My art teacher held up my sketchbook in front of the whole class and said, "This is the most disturbing thing I've seen in 20 years of teaching." She was wrong about why. I draw houses. That's it. That's my whole thing. Every page of every sketchbook I've ever owned is houses. Not scary houses. Not haunted mansions. Just normal houses with doors and windows and chimneys and little paths leading to the front step. Hundreds of them. Maybe thousands. Mrs. Callaghan held up my sketchbook during critique week and flipped through it in front of 30 kids. Page after page after page. Just houses. No people. No color. No variation. This is obsessive. She said it like a diagnosis. A few kids laughed. Dove, the girl who sat behind me, didn't. She leaned forward and whispered, "She's such a witch. My name is Plum. I'm 15. And I've been drawing houses since I was 6 because I've never lived in one. Not a real one. My mom and I lived in our car for 2 years when I was little, then a shelter for 8 months, then my aunt's couch for a year, then another shelter, then a studio apartment with a roommate who wasn't really a roommate, just some guy my mom dated because he had a lease. Right now we're in a motel, room 19. Weekly rate, there's a microwave and a mini fridge and a deadbolt that sometimes sticks. I do my homework on the bathroom counter because it's the only flat surface that isn't a bed. So when Mrs. Callaghan held up my sketchbook and called it disturbing, she was seeing obsession. She wasn't seeing what it actually was, a wish list. Every house I've ever drawn is a house I walked past and thought, that one. The blue one on Maple Street with the porch swing. The yellow one near the library with the garden gnome. The brick one by school with the red door and the basketball hoop in the driveway. I draw them from memory because I can't take photos without looking weird. I draw them in pencil because I don't own colored pencils. And I draw them without people because I don't know what a family inside a house looks like. Dove found me in the bathroom after class. I wasn't crying. I was just standing there holding my sketchbook like it was evidence of something I didn't want anyone to see. "Can I look?" she asked. I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no. She flipped through slowly, not like Mrs. Callaghan, who rifled through it like it was a flipbook. Dove looked at each one. "These are all real houses," she said. "Yeah, you've seen every one of these? Walked past them. Why houses?" I didn't answer. She didn't push. She just said, "The one on page 43 has the best door. I'd live there." The next day, she brought me a set of Prismacolor colored pencils. 72 packs, still in the plastic. "These are expensive," I said. "My grandma gave me a gift card I was never going to use. I can't take these." "You're not taking them. I'm investing. I want to see what those houses look like in color." I colored the page 43 house that night on the bathroom counter. Red door, blue shutters, green lawn, yellow window light. It was the first time one of my houses looked warm. A week later, Dove asked if I wanted to submit something to the district art show. I laughed. Mrs. Callaghan would never recommend me. You don't need her recommendation. I checked. Students can self-submit. I submitted 3 houses. The blue one, the brick one, and the yellow one with the garden gnome. Dove helped me mat them on cardboard from the recycling bin behind the grocery store. We used packing tape for the edges. They looked terrible and perfect. The show was on a Saturday. Dove drove me because I don't have a car. My mom was working a double. The 3 houses were hung in the student gallery between an oil painting of a sunset and a ceramic vase. They looked small. Then a woman stopped in front of them. She stood there for a long time. She was maybe 50. Glasses, scarf. She turned to me. "Are these yours?" "Yeah, these are real houses, aren't they?" "Yeah." "Why houses?" I looked at Dove. Dove nodded like she already knew what I was going to say. "Because I've never had one." The woman's eyes filled up. She didn't say anything for a second. Then she handed me a card. Her name was Lucia Venn. She ran a nonprofit that provided transitional housing for families. She'd been walking through the art show because her daughter had a piece in the adult gallery. She wasn't supposed to see my houses, but she did. My mom and I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment 6 weeks later through Lucia's program. Subsidized rent, 12-month lease. Our names on the mailbox. First night, I sat on the floor of my own bedroom with my sketchbook. Dove had texted me, "Draw the new one." I opened to a blank page and started. But for the first time, I drew a person standing in the doorway. It was me.